Alright guys, here it is, the heart and soul of our caravan, the electrical system. In this van we've gone behind the fridge electrical cabinet, but before I get started on that, I'll give you a quick rundown of our last van's electrical system. In our last van we had 1190 watts of solar on the roof, 2 separate solar regs, plus a separate DC to DC charger for external solar and charge off the car. It's a full EnerDrive system. Had 2 300 amp BTEC batteries, so 600 amps total, 2600 watt inverter, 60 amp charger. Was a good system, but this one's better. Let's check it out. Have a look at it. Yeah, we've got a full Victron system built by Arizon. So Arizon built the board, then Titanium installed it, and then Arizon's checked it out, made sure it's all running well, which it is. It's amazing. Righto. Up here we've got 2 30 amp DC chargers, so we can be getting up to 60 amps coming in off the car. Then on the roof of this van we've got 1400 watts of solar, plus another 160 watts on the toolbox, so 1560 watts of solar. And that's feeding this MPPT 150-100 solar controller. So far we've seen up to 1505 watts coming in off that. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. The panels on the roof are 200 watt Arizon panels, and they work really well even if they're partially shaded. So far we've been really happy with them. Yeah, and we've got a 3120 inverter charger. It's a combi unit, so 3000 watt inverter and 120 amp charger for when you're plugged into power. And all of this is feeding through this Lynx 1000 distributor, and we've got the external BMS for the batteries. That's a Lynx Smart 500. We've gone with 2 330 amp Victron batteries. Some research we did, they were the lightest and the best batteries for us. They're 11 kilos lighter each than the previous 300 amp EnerDrive batteries. So not only are they 10% more power, they're 22 kilos lighter than our previous system, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, we could have gone 990. We do have room for a third battery, and the batteries are under the lounge in a sealed vented cabinet for the new regulations. We could have gone a third battery, but don't really find it necessary, and so far in the last 2 months we haven't gone below 50% on the batteries, so I think we'd just be carrying around an extra battery just for the sake of it. So yeah, 660 is more than enough for us. Then everything is going into this servo, which is hooked up to the Starlink or this dongle. So we've got remote monitoring, either Wayne at Arizon or the Titanium Sparkies or us on our phone. We can all log in remotely, check out what the battery's doing. I'll log in right now. Right now we're at 99.7%, and it's just idling along basically. It's just bringing in enough off the solar for what we need. Yeah, with this system so far, when we've pulled up to site the last 2 months, we just flick the inverter on and it just stays on. We're always running the Starlink, and we've gone a 240 volt TV, which we'll show you when we do the interior rundown. But yeah, so far really happy with this system. And I guess a few people asking us why have we changed to Victron. I guess number one is it just seems far more superior for bigger systems, and it's more efficient. Like Victron is just number one for big battery systems throughout the world. I guess the one thing they've been lacking previously is tech support, but now we're going through Arizon. They can provide the tech support, especially being able to remotely log in and diagnose any issues. So I guess now there is tech support. And then 2 is weight. It's a lighter system, which yeah, everyone's trying to save weight these days. So yeah, we've saved I think nearly 30 kilos going this system, which is pretty handy. And yeah, it just looks cool. Loving the blue. Yeah, that's our electrical system.
So what I like most about the new system is that I can run more things at one time. So when I'm cooking tea, I can have the induction going, I can have the air fryer going, and then sometimes I'll be really cheeky and have the microwave going as well, and then also the Starlink's generally always going as well. It hasn't tripped out yet, not to say it won't, but yeah, it can do more things at one time. That's what I like the most about it.
So yeah, here's the display in the van. It's the GX70. Got to get a bit of footage because the solar's about to drop off because we're at 99%, so it'll start dropping down in a minute. Yeah, it's pretty user friendly. Shows what's coming in. Shows what's coming in from the solar, and then it's going straight to the inverter. And then I think we've got the Starlink and a bit of stuff charging, and then the remainder's going into the battery bank. So the 660 amps Victron batteries. Yeah. You can cycle through and either have it on inverter and charger, or you can have it on charger only, inverter only. That's what we usually leave it on when we're off grid. But yeah, in a minute the solar will drop off and it will just maintain what we're using. So yeah, with this Victron setup, it's pretty cool. The solar goes straight to the inverter and then to whatever we're using, and then the remainder goes to the batteries. So yeah, I think it's direct use or something. So yeah, you're not wearing out your batteries essentially, which is pretty cool. Good little feature. So yeah, when we pull up now, we basically put the inverter on and it stays on.